They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression. It's all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems.
And what's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448. And guys, I'm coming at you early. I'm coming at you before 12 o'clock. I'm making this video. I got some things I got to do early afternoon and whatnot, and I really wanted to come in and I wanted to talk about something with you guys. Something that I've been seeing when it comes to the new generation of consoles, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So before we get into it, guys, if you hit that thumbs up button for me, share this out, let people know that we are going in right now and we are talking about problems or issues or defects, things that have been reported, things that people are showing on social media when it comes to these quote unquote next gen systems. Although, you know what, I can still call them next gen systems because the majority of people out there still have PS4s, they still have Xbox Ones, and this next gen hasn't really taken over yet. So they're still next gen systems to me, or we can call them current gens. But there was a few issues that were reported that people out there on social media have done videos on, put their videos out on things that were going on with these new consoles, stuff like that. And I wanted to put kind of proper perspective on a couple of them, and really show which ones I would keep my eye on. All right, that's my biggest thing right there. Which ones I would keep my eye on? Which ones that look like it may be a change in hardware in the future if these things turn out to be relevant and happening a lot with these consoles. So, first off, let's get to the kind of like the minor ones. All right, the ones that well, first off, the fake ones. Like there was somebody who you can kind of tell there was a vape cloud on top of a Series X, and I don't know if they turned the fan on at that point in time, but they tried to say that the Series X was cooking, was smoking. Uh, Yo, what is up, Shansu? You have two Series X's, brother. Congratulations. He says they are working perfectly, and that's another thing. I'll get into that in a minute in terms of whether or not to be worried about it, concerned, whether you should hold off buying these. People day one bought them, but maybe day two. You know what I'm saying? That second round, uh, kind of like situation. There's a lot of defective PS5s. One, really, there's a couple things I wanna address with the PlayStation 5s. Trust me, that's the reason why the thumbnail is how it is. Yo, shout out to Moggs. What is going on, brother? But yeah, so they're people looking for kind of like popularity, likes, votes, stuff like that. People will try to do crazy things when it comes to these consoles, and I believe one of them literally blew a vape cloud onto the top of their system and then kind of booted the system up so this way the fan would kick up. Now the way that um vape is hevier than smoke. It'll settle in a place and it'll settle really dense. Okay? And I am a vapor, so I know this. I worked at a vape shop for a year. The consistency of vape is different than smoke, and the video that went around a couple days back where that really white thick um what people were calling smoke really looked like vape. So I wouldn't be concerned about that, right? There was another video where it was a little bit less in terms of the denseness, and it looked like there was some mild smoke coming out of the top of a Series X. That one looked more realistic, but I haven't heard any other reports or anything about smoking Series X's. So with taking that into effect, I really wouldn't be too concerned about that. On the PlayStation 5 side, Juan, what up, Xbox? Could not get my Series X. They are all out. Yo, Juan, I'm there with you, brother. I am still on the One X. I am still in the current gen, or as some people are now saying, the last gen. But I'm right there with you, bro. I'm actually, if anything, I'm probably gonna get the Series S first, and I'm planning on making a video why I think the Series S is pretty much the unsung hero um when it comes to the systems that are coming out. You know, the Series X, the Series S, PlayStation 5. Playing 2K on the SX is horrible. Eli, why? Why is playing 2K on the Series X horrible? Yo, shout out to everybody hanging out with me right now. Guys, if you can, please hit that thumbs up button. Share this out. Let people know we are live right now. You know, and as always, if you want to support the channel, you can always hit up the super chat, or you can always become a member. I've gotten quite a few new members to the channel, and that is absolutely awesome. You know, supporting the channel, you know, month over month is really, really cool. I definitely appreciate it from all of my heart, man. I appreciate all the members to this channel. Um, Jack, I don't think the Series S is pointless, brother. You got ray tracing at $300, man. Um, yeah, Mr. Kimo, we are going to get into that. Now, first, I'm going into the ones that I'm not too concerned about, all right? And I already talked about that whole vape situation when it came to the Series X. So people who are tuning in now, I already talked about that. I worked at a vape shop for a year. I am a vapor. Vape has different consistency than smoke does. It has a tendency to stay denser and to stay together, and it actually sinks as opposed to rises. So I think somebody blew a vape cloud on top of their Series X and then kind of turned it on. That's what it looked like to me. Um, so now with the PlayStation 5, there is something there's a couple issues that people have been reporting on. This one, I believe, YouTuber, Angry Centurion, and shout out to Inside Gaming because they're the first ones who reported on this that I saw. But Angry Centurion had his PS5 brick, and the thing was there was a kind of like memory rebuild situation going on with a few of these PlayStation 5s, where if you kept the system in standby for too long, it would shut off. It would shut off, and you would go to turn it on with the power button, and it would say that it needs a like a system memory rebuild or something like that, and then the screen would go black. Right? When it went black, the only way to you know get your system back is to hit power again, shut it off, turn it back on, and then it asked if you want to report an error, and then it booted up again normally. But it sounds like a process right there, and even with that, like I said, this is something I'm not too concerned about. Now, uh, it might have bricked one person's console. There was a couple other YouTubers that had this kind of like memory rebuild situation going on, and it didn't brick their consoles, but they were dealing with this situation, and I think this is something that could be fixed with a firmware update. I really feel like there's just some kind of like messaging or process that's being crossed inside the PS5, and I really don't think it's that big of a deal. Um, I'm not sure about that guy, Angry Centurion, with his system that bricked. He said he was working with Sony to try to fix the situation when his PS5 died completely. Now, again, I think a firmware update will fix this for anybody who's having this issue. And from what I'm seeing, the whole system being bricked, it doesn't seem like a big issue. Only one person I've seen so far has had that. So now we're gonna get into things that I think we should keep an eye on. You know, things that I think will could possibly, if it's an ongoing problem, if more and more systems are kind of like being reported that have these issues, it's something where hardware would have to change um, on the Xbox side and on the PlayStation 5 side. All right. And I will tell you, I think one of them is worse than the other. So let's go with the Xbox side first. The Xbox side would be the disk drive. I've seen multiple videos, multiple reports that, first off, the disk drive is making funny noises when putting a disk in. The disk drive is making funny noises and won't take the disk in. uh Things like that, and there's been a few reports of that, and the only thing I can think of, if this is going to be a reoccurring kind of like situation, the more and more that the Series X is. I haven't seen anything with the Series S. I haven't seen, and of course that doesn't have a disk drive, but with the Series S, I really haven't seen anybody report any problems. So shout out to Xbox with the Series S. I think that is awesome as well. But with the Series X, I've seen quite a few videos about the disk drive, even to the point where somebody reported that Microsoft is sending them a new Series X. They're sending theirs back, over to Redmond, or wherever you send your broken Xboxes or whatnot. But so this would be something I would keep my eye on, because if the disk drives are faulty, they might have to go, and this is extreme. This is very extreme, okay? But they might have to go to a different company to make those disk drives. Um, Let's see, Eli. I haven't taken my PS5 out of the box yet. I want to compare the Series S2. It's unopened as well. Brother, you got a Series S and a PS5. Good job, bro. I'm happy for you, man. Many blessings in your direction. What is Lewis on about? GPU overclocked issues. Yeah, Lewis, we are gonna get to those, man. We are gonna get to those. All right. That is kind of like the grand finale. That is the thing I would be most concerned about. All right. And you made me blow my top early here. Um. Oh yeah, yeah, Shansu. Wouldn't be surprised if some of the drives are being damaged in shipping. Although the Series X is definitely packaged really well. It looks really snug in its box. It looks like it would be hard to damage it, but that is a possibility. And like I said, extreme, on the extreme. If this becomes a real solid issue, more and more people are reporting disk drive issues. They have to get a new disk drive to put into systems that are on the assembly lines now. That would be the extreme. And that would be something I would keep my eye on. Me myself, I'm more digital than anything else. Most of the games are digital. Game Pass is absolutely incredible. I got to do a video on Game Pass, because what they have done lately with Game Pass, man, dude, if people aren't a part of Game Pass, I have no idea why. Why would you not be a part of Game Pass right now with all the games that are there? But that's another video. It's another subject. All right, so disk drives on the Series X, definitely keep your eye on that. Okay. Let's see, Space Monkey. I had a weird grinding noise on my Series X CD drive when installing games. Support advised me to do a system reset, and somehow via witchcraft it fixed the issues. See, Monkey, Space Monkey Dave, that is very good to know. It is good to see that there's possibly some type of update that when you hard reset it fixed the issue. So that is good. Again, this is only something I would keep my eye on. There's nothing I'm really kind of like, yo, guys, don't buy these systems. All right. There's nothing that I'm sitting here and like, if you really want the Series X, hold off on it and wait. I'm like, but keep my eye on it just in case, because these are brand new pieces of hardware. And let's be real, there is always a defect rate. New hardware, just coming out to the consumers, there's always a defect rate. I believe it's anywhere between 1% and 5%. If it starts exceeding 5%, it becomes more and more of an issue. So like I haven't seen anything to say that we're getting up over 5% defect rate when it comes to any of these systems coming out. So I don't think it's a major issue. Space Monkey, that is very good to know. I did say it out there for people who don't watch the chat. So Space Monkey said he had a weird grinding noise on his Series X CD drive, and when installing games, he said support advised him to do a system reset, and somehow via witchcraft it fixed the issue. So if you are having any issues, try doing a hard reset or a system reset and see if that will help you out. Yo, Skiller, Killer Scorpion, what is going on, brother? A member of this channel. It is good to see you, bro. He says his ex is doing great. That is phenomenal. I want to see everybody out there when they're spending hundreds of dollars on entertainment. I want to I want all your systems to be running smooth. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the one that I am really keeping my eye on. They called it the ice grinder issue. Really good to know, Space Monkey. Dude, you are dropping knowledge right now. Yeah, dude. I've heard that before, and that is one of the issues. And another one with the disk drive is with getting that ice grinder sound. The discs didn't go into the disk drive, so Freddie Fox, glad he didn't have that problem, brother. I'm glad you didn't have that problem either. Brandon Bryce, what is up, brother? He says, "Good morning. My Xbox Series X is running great." Uh, Let's see. The Don, what is up, bro? He says his Series X spare hard drive did not work and not a fan of the new controller. Brother, brother, you might have to make an appearance on next podcast at some point and kind of let us know what you think about your system, man. But all right, so here's the deal, and it's good to see the Don in here because maybe he can shed some light on hardware issues. I do know, Don, you are a graphic whore and you like making graphics and stuff like that. But this is the thing that um, I would keep my eye on the most. And I can't see the chat right now, but I want to make sure I'm getting this accurate here. So I'm gonna switch over to the next scene, and we are gonna go to the first one I saw by Velocity on Twitter. And Velocity says PS5 reports surfacing of potential GPU issues with the PS5, maybe due to yield issues on chips or overclocking. So, what you're seeing right here, and you could probably see my cursor as I'm doing this. Let me bring it back. Oh, we don't need the sound. These circles that are flashing all over the screen, definitely an issue with the internals going on here. I don't see this as a TV issue. Um if this is coming from inside the system, if this is coming from the GPU, like this Twitter user had suggested, then this is an issue. Oh wow. Yeah, that is not good, people. I don't know what you guys are thinking there, but that right there is not good. And shout out to Velocity for sharing this out. What is up, Game Filter? What is going on? Don says overall he's happy with the system. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to it, and that is just one of them, right? And definitely there's some craziness going on here. You got streaks. You got the ocean jumping up into the air. A lot of glitching going on. This definitely. Hmm. I'm not a professional, all right? I'm not a professional, but I don't think this is an HDMI issue. This looks like something internal, like something, with the GPU itself, the process of data being processed within the console. But that right there, and then let's move to the other one. And this one is by Lord Pultrid. And Lord Pultrid is a big PlayStation fan. You can go to his Twitter, and he's got PS4 shares all over the place. He's a big PS4 guy, and and this is what he is dealing with on his system. And again, these are two people, right? I understand that. Two people. Yo, what is going on, Racer? Good to see you, bro. I do understand these are two people having issues, but these issues are kind of crazy here. Um, this is something out of all the things I have seen in reports, this would be my most concerning. Let me know if you agree. Yo, hit up the chat. Let me know if you agree that if you saw this with your system, this would be the most concerning because it would with me. All right, so you got all this craziness going on right here. Um, and it's all the environment wise, because I don't see anything on the characters changing. It's all about the environment here. Now I will say a couple things. I will say a couple things. First off, this is both Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so maybe it's something with the game. Maybe it is something with the game, because the only time I've seen anything like this, uh, making weird contacts on the board, Space Monkey, uh, exactly done, and that's exactly what I'd be really. I'm really concerned with this, but exactly what Don was saying, it looks like a bug in the game. So when it comes down to it, it is the same game. They're both Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Um, but I know I would not be a happy camper if I saw this on my brand new system. Um, Assassin's Creed does seem really buggy. Assassin's Creeds are always really buggy. Let's be real about that, okay? Let's definitely we can't state that it is definitely really buggy. The especially the newer ones when they first came out. But what do you guys think about this? Let me see in the chat here. I'm coming back to you guys. Those circles though, I'm not sure about those yeah. Exactly, Space Monkey. I've never seen circles like that. What is up, Dragonheart Yobi? Good to see you, brother. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Again, you want to support the channel, you can. Oh, friendly neighborhood blue shell. We got the members coming out right now. Did they try to uninstall and reinstall the game? I don't know, blue shell. I don't know. I'm gonna be really honest with you on that. I don't know, but that second one, the one that we're seeing right now with the background, definitely I got to agree with Don. That looks more like a glitch in the game. This right here with the circles, Space Monkey, I've never seen that before in game glitches or anything like that. I've never seen that before. Again, this is the same game from two different people. Uh, Oh, Eli says it happens on more than one game. Yo, Eli, if you're following me on Twitter, could you please send me a DM showing this stuff on other games? Because then that's a bigger issue. All right, but the circles that they're showing, I've never seen that in terms of a game glitch. I don't know, man. It's really interesting. I hope you guys, again, you guys spent hundreds of dollars for brand new systems. I hope everything is running properly for you guys. This would be the thing I would keep my eye on the most. All right. Just in case it is something internal with the GPU. I know they're the way that they're cooling their system is different than what like PCs and usual consoles do in terms of measuring heat and then cooling the system. I know they went a different route with this. You know, I don't know. When it comes down to it, I'm concerned about this, guys. And it's only a couple people, like I said, and it's one game, but it's something that out of everything I've seen, I am the most concerned about this as opposed to anything else. And then second would be the disk drive situation with the Series X. If that turns out to be an issue, they might have to go and get a new disk drive and kind of have that kind of put into the assembly line. Not really the biggest deal because a lot of disk drives are very they're the same size and all that good stuff. So not really that big of a deal, but that would be the second one. I'd be most concerned about this issue when it came to the PS5, the Series X with the disc tray, and then the other ones. I think like when it comes to the memory rebuild or with the PS5, I think that can be fixed with a firmware update. And then of course we got people just messing around and putting vape clouds on top of their Series X and trying to say, look, it's smoking, which isn't a problem at all. But definitely, guys, it even got down to the point where Xbox put out a disclaimer like they didn't believe that they would ever have to say this, but please do not blow vape into your Series X or Series S for that matter. I'm gonna add or Series S. Don't blow vape into these systems, guys. Okay. Let's see with Space Monkey. So that's probably the issue. Just bad silicon on the memory, perhaps. The memory and the system on a chip are the most important things when it comes to these systems, and I think those are the things that really go through um, the most analysis to make sure that everything is running properly. So if there are issues with that, it is something that they do have to fix, and they would have to fix quickly. Again, I am not ringing an alarm here. I'm not turning on sirens or anything like that. But from everything I've seen, the most concerned I would be is for the PS5 and the issues that we're seeing here. Um, hey, okay, I just got a message from my son's school, but this would be the most concerned I would be, and then moving down the list, the disc tray situation with the Series X would be the next thing I would keep my eye on, and and then the PS5 with the memory stuff. I think a firmware update is probably in the pipeline for that situation as well. But again, guys, nothing to the point where they've reported a mass number of defects, something that people really need to be concerned about. But if you want to make sure you haven't bought in yet, you want to make sure that you get a proper system. Like, these are things that I would check, once you got your system, to see if you had to bring it back or something like that. Uh, Putting your PS5 in standby to see, what's going on with the memory after a while, and if it does that kind of like building system memory glitch, where it has to like boot up the system, report an error, all that good stuff. You get a Series X, definitely use a disk, some type of disk to check the disk drive. And then the one that I'm keeping my eye on the most is that issue when it comes to graphics, possibly a game glitch, but I never saw circles pop in and out the way I saw on that first video that we shared when it came to Assassin's Creed Valhalla running on the PS5. But that is pretty much it for now, guys. Shout out to all you guys hanging out with me right now. That's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. Are you guys concerned? Are there any issues that you feel could be a major issue in the long run when it comes to the Series X, the PS5, out of what we've seen so far? Um, Again, nothing I think is really kind of warranted to say, hey, if you really want the system, I don't see a problem yet, but just things to keep your eyes on, guys. But as usual, guys, if you like the content, you like the gameplay, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, definitely subscribe. This is the home of the next podcast, which was live yesterday, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's right, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we go live with the next podcast, and it is also the home of the Series X podcast. Are you an Xbox gamer that is tired of hearing comparisons from Xbox to other platforms? Are you tired of getting into podcasts and just seeing bashing of Xbox from different people with different platforms, and constantly getting those comparisons in the console war BS? If you are one of those Xbox gamers, then definitely tune in to the Series X podcast on this channel, where all we do is talk about Xbox. All right, we don't talk about other platforms. We don't compare to other platforms. We just talk about Xbox news. We celebrate what Xbox does good, and we criticize what we need to criticize when it comes to the Xbox platform. So, if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. But guys, I am gonna wind it down now. You guys have a great Friday. It is TGIF, people. Enjoy your Friday, and I will be seeing you guys again very, very soon. Have a great day, everybody.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems.